Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today I'm excited to bring you a quick unboxing, in-depth HD look, and comparison between an all-new iPhone 6, leaked back housing components straight from Apple's supply chain in China, and the company's current flagship iPhone 5S. This video is brought to you in part by Free App Life, where paid apps, gift cards, and electronic devices are available for free. Stick around to the end of this video for more information on Free App Life, as well as my upcoming iPhone giveaway. Now, without any further ado, let's begin with the quick unboxing process of this component, and cutting through all of the tape that's surrounding the styrofoam box. And lifting the lid of said box reveals numerous pieces of bubble wrap that are actually protecting another piece of bubble wrap, which has the actual component embedded inside to undoubtedly protect it during its trek from China. Now, between this piece of packaging, we have the actual iPhone 6 housing, which has been sealed into an anti-static bag that has a block over the Apple logo to ensure that it would make it here successfully. And now, let's switch views and get a closer look at the part when compared to the corresponding component from last year's iPhone 5S, which I obtained after my exclusive coverage on the 5 pre-release iPhone 5C shells. Now, while most differences are immediately noticeable, let's compare the shells, top to bottom. And probably the most noticeable difference is the relocation of the power and lock button to the side of the iPhone 6, presumably to accommodate the larger display, allowing easier access to the button for most. Now on the back, the camera, noise-canceling microphone, and the flash cutouts are in the same sequence. However, instead of the pill-shaped True Tone dual LED flash system that was introduced with the iPhone 5S, the iPhone 6 component features a circular cutout for the flash module. While the purpose of this particular shift isn't fully clear at this point in time, and it appears as though it's a step backwards for Apple, I'll further discuss the topic in part 2 of this video. On the left of the device, as first seen on the 5th generation iPod Touch, followed by the iPad Mini, the iPhone 5C, and finally the iPad Air, it appears as though the volume rocker buttons for the iPhone 6 will receive Apple's soon-to-be consistent pill-shaped buttons. And above the rocker, we have cutouts for the mute toggle. In the middle, something's changed between components for iPhone generations, the Apple logo. Now I'll go more into depth during a segment on the topic in this video's sequel, as well as provide inside information from my supplier and comparisons between the Apple logo for leaked back housings for other Apple products. I wanted to briefly highlight the differences. First and foremost, the iPhone 5S component featured a metal Apple logo that was pre-embedded by this stage of production. The iPhone 6 component is clearly lacking the same treatment, and a closer look at the inside reveals a strangely shaped recess that simply hasn't existed on previous back housings. And speaking of this stage of production, because I received this iPhone 6 back housing so early, it doesn't have the same imprinted iPhone moniker on it that the iPhone 5S and iPhone 5C leaked components that I received from last year had. Continuing our look at the inside of the shells, you'll notice that while the screw types have remained the same, the positioning for the points for mounting internal components have shifted radically. When looking at the mounting positions for another iPhone 5C shell, as well as for the iPhone 5S, they all have 3 primary anchor bases on the right of the interior of the housing, suggesting not only a significant physical redesign, but also an equally drastic internal design shift. Flipping over to the back momentarily, you'll notice that gone are the glass and internally plastic windows that easily allow for communication signals, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular data to pass through the otherwise all-metal enclosure, and have been replaced with what some consider to be extraordinarily thick plastic windows that span the width of the device and attach internally to the plastic top and bottom sections, just like on the corresponding component for the iPhone 5S. Moreover, the thicker bands fit in perfectly, with other rumors circulating as of late that suggest the iPhone 6 may feature 802.11 AC Wi-Fi and NFC, the latter being the less likely of the 2 possible additions. But either way, the thick, improved breaks or bands definitely suggest the next generation iPhone will utilize more intensive signals. Wrapping up this comparison with a look at the bottom, the 3.5mm headphone jack and lightning connector cutouts have remained mostly the same, but that's about it. The grills for the microphone and speaker have shockingly departed from the iPhone 5 and 5S design, like the volume rocker, in favor of something that more closely matches other mobile devices in Apple's iOS iOS lineup. Now, if you're interested in earning paid apps for free, visit freeapplife.com or bit.ly/getfreeapplife inside of Safari. Once downloaded, install sponsored apps for points within Free App Life itself, open and interact with said sponsored apps for approximately a minute, and redeem said points for various prizes, including the hottest paid apps, gift cards, and bigger electronic devices. And don't forget to stay tuned for an even closer look and analysis of this leaked iPhone 6 back housing, as well as inside info surrounding the upcoming device. Also, if you like this video, rate it up and leave a comment in the comments section to be entered into my $100 Amazon giveaway. And for those of you interested in my fully unlocked iPhone 6 giveaway once the device is announced and released, be sure to subscribe. And finally, to be updated more often, including when I release this video's counterpart and additional coverage on the iPhone 6, like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And until next time, this is ICU, signing out.